I just thought that I would just kick out a quick video actually on here. I very, very rarely post videos of me on this page. But I think this one actually is worthwhile me doing, and I'll tell you why. If you don't already know, my name is Adam. I started Intelligent Eating, and I started it for a very specific reason. And many people, when they become nutritionists or dietitians or personal trainers, usually they have somewhat inert reason for doing so, meaning, they just want to earn a living, right? They just want a job. They've got a bit of an interest in it, right? For me, I've always had an interest in cardiology because I was born with a heart condition which required open heart surgery as a baby. And as I got older, I started to get a little bit fatter than, I wanted to be. And I made some changes. And then a year after that, my stepfather, who was my father essentially because he was my stepfather for 20 years, just dropped dead suddenly at the age of 62. And he didn't have any of the prior risk factors that you would associate with that. And once that dust had settled, and where this really kicks in, because why I'm doing this video today is because this is 8 years on from when my stepfather died. And once that dust had settled, which was a few months later, I really wanted to understand why he had died. Because people of age 62 shouldn't just drop dead of a heart attack. That shouldn't be the case. Now, he had the best screening that you could get. He lived in a Western country, lived in the south of France. No factors that you would associate with heart disease as such. He lived a very, very good lifestyle, had a very, very successful career in the Royal Navy. All the healthcare, that was there. All the private medical insurance, all of that was there. And living in France, which is arguably the best healthcare system in the world, and has been seen many, many times. And so, really, the original plan for this was maybe out of all bad, and this was a terrible situation, it ripped our family apart, maybe some good can come from it. And the idea was, hey, maybe as a sideline I can learn a little bit more about it, and I'll set up a Facebook page, and maybe if other people want to learn a bit more about what really causes heart disease, they can find out. And that's what's happened. And that was a long time ago now, actually. I mean, it feels like a long time ago, but in a lifetime, it's not. And the research that really took me from there, then I started to get people messaging me saying, hey Adam, you've made some changes, can you help me? Because my blood work's not great, or I want to lose weight. And I was like, well, yeah, I kind of can, but this is not really what I do. This is just a passion. And it was never really meant to be anything more than for me to get an understanding of what happened. But going forwards, what happened is I ended up helping other people, and it spread. And it spread from a Facebook page with 1 like, which was me, and then 2, which was me and my mum, right? And now here we are sitting 27th of March 2019, pushing 7,500 or whatever it is likes on this page. Now that's great, and a pretty engaged audience, which is fantastic. But the thing is, this has evolved in an incredible way. People said to me, you'll never make a business out of this. And I said, well, I want to. But by default, it ended up becoming a business because people actually did want help. But people were skeptical because I don't sell any product. Most people in my industry sell product. They supplement their income by selling supplements, right? I don't do that. If we do some blood work for somebody, fine, okay. And I say we because I'm partnered with Thriver, who are a blood testing company in the UK. Or if I see somebody's blood work through their GP, might recommend something. It might be vitamin D or B12 or folate, which is B9 or whatever. But I never had any idea of the conditions that I would be helping people with. And you scroll back through the years and years and years of content on here and look at some of the videos on here, the testimonials and all this. I've helped people with things like acne and arthritis and gout and type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease. I've taken people off heart bypass waiting lists, off knee replacement waiting lists. I've got people off medications. I've helped people who couldn't walk with multiple sclerosis. They can now walk. I've got people off blood pressure medications, high cholesterol medications. It's incredible. And it's not about a vegan diet. That's not the point. We're about to see a wave of fat vegans. And that is a terrible, terrible advertisement for people who are essentially trying to create positive change through improvement of the environment and not wasting resources. I'm all for that, that's fine. But intelligent eating is not about veganism. Intelligent eating is about eating in a way to achieve optimal health, in a way that gives you longevity. And longevity meaning you live longer, but also with a good quality of life. That's what's so important. And you know, as I said, it was never meant to be anything more than just a hobby as such. It really wasn't. But here we are now, helping people. The difference now is, yeah, we offer some services which we charge for. And the reason why that is because in 2013, I quit my full-time job because this was actually starting to get sensible and people wanting to actually pay money for it after they'd actually realised that, hey, this actually works. This is lifestyle medicine. This is what this is. I'm not a doctor. I can call myself a nutritionist if I want. So can you. It's not a protected title. It doesn't mean anything. I can advise you to eat an orange. Fine. You know, but there are still people out there who believe that eating an orange is bad for you. And until the work is done, we keep going with this. You know, and there's been people that have come in and helped and gotten bored and put recipes and so on. And we've got a group now, which has got 700-800 people in, I think, which is good. Moving forwards with that, launching some online courses. We've got all sorts of offers out there. You know, lose some weight, this type of thing, lower your blood pressure by 10 points. All this type of stuff's coming around there. It evolves quickly. And really, what I want to say to people is thank you for the support that you've given us over the years. It really, really is. Because what happened 8 years ago was really fucking horrible. It was horrible. It really, really was. You took a man who'd worked for 37 years of his life, achieved a very high rank in the Royal Navy, and settled down to retire in the south of France and enjoy life, and then suddenly one day, gone. And that sucks. And the original goal was to stop that ever happening to anybody else. And I have stopped that happening to a lot of people. I'm sure of it. And as a byproduct, tons of people have lost lots of weight. I've saved the NHS in the UK a lot of money on procedures, imaging, drugs, and so on. I've cost pharmaceuticals a lot of money, so I've got to be careful. I'm either going to become very wealthy or be assassinated, or both. We'll see what happens there. But really, it's just thank you. You know, that's all it is. It's just thank you from me, Adam, who started this. And I never knew where this was going to go. And I genuinely, I think, you know, I would be what you would describe as atheist, right? But I think if Nigel, who was my stepfather, would be looking down upon this, I think he'd be proud of what we've created here. I really do. And I say we because this was something, when we came up with a name, intelligent eating, we just wanted to get it across that actually, you know what, all these diseases that are lifestyle diseases that I've described, they're foodborne illnesses. You don't see them in countries where people eat sensibly, eat intelligently. And that's what it's about, education. Simple as that. Anyway, listen, I've talked for longer than I intended to, but it's important. So there you go. Whatever you're doing, whatever time you've watched this and so on, go and do something fun, enjoy it. Core message, life's precious, enjoy it.